everybody. Welcome to Black Link Magazine. My name is Marva B. I am the CEO and founder of Black Link Magazine. It's been a minute since I've been live and out here. So how y'all feeling? We got a very special guest tonight, Dlsmuzic. David is here with us. Got some new music dropping. Want to talk about, his journey in this music business. David, welcome to Black Link Magazine.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Why don't you go ahead and tell the world who you are and what you do?
My name is David Starks, aka Dlsmuzic. I've been fortunate enough to be a musician for quite some time now. I started out playing in the church back in Arkansas, and that has afforded me the opportunity to play for some pretty major people, some that I've looked up to, and now I'm coming out with my own single.
All
My own
right.
single. So that's pretty exciting, especially since I've been in the background for quite a while, playing a role. But this is sort of different for me, and I'm excited about the journey.
Yeah, well, I'm excited for you too, and we wish you nothing but the best. And any
Thank you.
promotions or anything we can share, we can put out, we're willing to do that. We're glad to do that. So
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. So let's jump right into this journey of music and in this industry, and let's just talk about it all. How did you get, you said you played in the church, and I know a lot of musicians and a lot of people that are in the industry start in the church. Let's talk about how you started in music and how you knew, or if you even knew, that this would be your journey leading up to today.
My parents brought me up in church ever since I can remember. And my brothers, they played instruments before I did, but I'm the only one in the family who picked up at such an early age piano or organ. Actually, in the church that I went to, we didn't even have a piano or organ in there. So I remember my mom, she was working for this, she was doing some work for some people, and they gave her a piano. We brought the piano back to the house, and I took a liking to it. Started playing piano, never been formally trained or anything to play piano, but I caught it. And one Sunday, we used to have what we call Holy Convocations, and the church will leave and go to the Holy Convocation. And one Sunday, we didn't have any musicians there. Me being 6, 7 years old, I jumped on the organ, and that's it. It took off then.
Wow.
So I was able to hold the service down, and from then on, that's where I got my start. That has led me on to when I moved to Dallas, play for, I think I started out when I first moved here playing for the youth department at the Potter's House. I have a song out now currently with one of the members of Dawkins and Dawkins. His name is Eric Dawkins. We have a song out now called Dirty that dropped way back, I think in 2017, 2018. And I've been fortunate enough to play for some pretty high profile people. I've this year met the MD for Mary J. Blige. He played for her for like 20 years. And me and him have a strong connection. I've done some work with him. I've recently done some work with Dave Hollister.
Wow.
And
come on, Dave.
yeah, and also just some other people in town, I've done a lot of work for. But now I'm coming out with my own project, and I'm excited about it. It's been a long time coming, and I have two amazing producers and writers on this song, which is Freddie Fontaine and Eric L. King Jr. Also accompanying me on the song is Tatiana Barnett.
Yeah.
She sounds amazing. She's the voice that I needed to go with this record.
Yeah.
So she joined in and helped me out. And this Friday, everyone will hear exactly what we produced, and I hope they like it.
I'm excited about this Friday. You guys gonna have to tune in, follow David, follow me,
Right.
and see how you can capture this new release on Friday. It's pretty huge,
Right.
especially for you, David. Sounds like this is your first single, and
Yes.
I can know it can be kind of nerve-wracking, but it's gonna be awesome. So let's move on. Like, we talk about the music industry, and you've been in this industry for a long time. Are you frozen? Yeah.
We're back.
We back?
Okay.
God, I had a bad connection. It just stormed here, so I hope we can make it through.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, really bad storm, but we'll pray God we make it through. So anyway,
Pray God send some of that to Texas.
yeah, I know, cooled it off, right? It cooled it off a lot.
Right.
So anyway, we digress.
Mhm.
Sorry about that, y'all. But anyway, we talk about when we talk about the music industry. You've been in the industry for
Mhm.
a long time. Tell me what your take is on this industry. I'm not gonna say what I think. I want to hear what you think about the industry and your experience because you've been hands-on and you've been deep into this.
Right. I think the industry, the music industry itself, I think back in the day it was much different than it was today. Anyone with any piece of talent can blow up at any minute based on what it is that you put out. If it's something catchy, people can catch on to it and it will go crazy. But I don't look at the music industry for me as a tool to fund my life living. Uh, it's all about for me is the fame of it versus can I sustain my life with the music industry. I do it because I love it. I
Right.
love doing it. I can do it in my sleep. Um, but the music industry can be sort of strange, and they've made it now to where it's almost nearly impossible to make a good living off of music because streams, you have to get your streams in order, and
Mhm.
you have to have so many streams in order to make a certain amount of money, which is a little bit. But for me, that's not my focus. I do it because I love doing it, and whatever comes out of it, I'm appreciative of it. But I hope what I give to the music industry is far more greater than what I want to accomplish in it.
Yeah, I
If you
like that.
understand. Mhm.
Yeah, I like that. Um, Continuing on talking about the industry and how different it is these days.
Mhm.
Um, when you were dead on when you said, anybody could, if something's catchy.
Right.
Remember back in the day, it was so hard to become like this big star because you had to
Yes.
go through you had to get to the labels and you had to be in
Right.
the artist development and you couldn't just
Right.
they would develop their artists and you would have the marketing, you would have all these going pieces.
Right.
Now it's just like if you get on and you got 1 million views or had however many views, then you're a star now. Um,
Yeah.
how do you feel about that coming out with, and I guess it's not a really good question for you in that you're not in it for that, but
Right.
what is your take on that a little deeper than that? Like, can you talk a little bit more about that?
Well, I think it stagnates the real artists, the people who are in it, because you can get someone who's not who's just doing something on TikTok and it'll blow up. It'll actually blow up, but then you have someone who's in the studio all day, every day. They're doing the artist development. They're trying to find a label to go through. They're trying to get distribution. They're trying to do all that. And now you have to fight against someone who's like, okay, I just went on TikTok, I made a video, and now I got 2-3 million views on it. So that's the difference in it. It's very hard going the route that I just mentioned with an artist, using the AR and a lot of that stuff. I think a lot of artists are just doing away with, and they're trying to take on the role of a TikToker by posting your stuff on TikTok and not having go through a big distribution company or anything like that. So when I look at things like that, it's all about being seen and trying to get your gift heard by any means necessary.
Um,
So, so for me, I don't want to fight that fight of fighting a YouTuber or fighting a TikToker. I don't want to do that. So I'll just give my stuff away. And if you like it, you like it. But that's the mindset that you almost have to have in order to make it in the business. Cause
yeah,
I actually, work a job to sustain my living. And I never want to focus on this because when you do that, it makes your craft harder. It makes it seem like you're working. And that takes away from the creativity. When you created an album, now I got to work twice as hard to get people to view it. No, for me, that takes away from a lot of the creativity that I have. So I want to be as creative as I can, without the hassle of all of that other negativity that's in the way.
Yeah, and I think it takes the fun out of it. You got to work so hard to get these numbers, and you got to like
Right.
just you love it and
Right.
you just enjoy doing it. Because for me, music is it can be for any mood that you're in, for any
Right.
situation you're in. Music is a go-to, and when you start having to fight for that, and you're trying to be in the industry, I think it does change your perspective on it.
And actually, it shows up in your creativity also.
Yes.
People will never understand what it is you're trying to create if you're creating it under stress.
Yeah. I get that you'll be able to notice, the stress. If you could just, because people love, like you have artists that love music, that love being in that realm of things, but it's just, again, the stress that takes over that. Let's talk about, what is your best advice that you would give someone that's wanting to get in the business? Now, they've heard what we talked about, they heard what we said, but if they still are adamant about being in this business, what is your best advice that you can give them?
I would say, again, continue to be creative. I mean, there's a lot of ways to get your sound out, or whatever it is your talent is. Don't be discouraged by it. I'm not. I recognize that it's there, but I'm not discouraged by it. This Friday is going to tell the tale of how I feel about it. I've been doing music again all my life, but this time, and it's almost was a push. It was a push in order to get me to do it. But I know I have something that's different, and I want to give it out to to the audience and let them hear what it is that I've been working on. I don't want to keep a hard drive of work without letting it out and let people hear what it is I got to offer. And
Right.
I hope they like it.
They'll like it. You talked about, so you're from Arkansas, moved to Dallas,
Right.
been in the mix with a lot of big names. I looked at your
Right.
release, your press release, and I saw some big names that you had worked with. How does one like you that talk about, like, I'm not trying to make a big name for myself, I just love the music, I want to give away. How do you get connected like that? Like, what was it?
And
Give me a scenario.
that's just a blessing. I post a lot of my work. I post a lot of covers on my Instagram, and it's not, I just post it. I posted it, and whoever hear it, they hear it. So I've been fortunate enough to get likes from Tank, BJ the Chicago Kid, Lena Bird Miles.
Yeah.
And again, when Mary J. Blige, producer, I mean her minister, not her minister, her music director reached out to me. I was shocked. I'm like, dude, I've been looking up to you for a while, and now you calling me to do work. So so I've done a lot of work with him. And even for the likes of Darkchild, he's looked at my page and saw some of the things on there and liked it. So I don't go out fishing for it. I just put it out there, and whoever sees
I love genuine, right? Like,
right.
You just out there doing your thing, and that's genuine. I love that, right?
Right.
So you talk about August 11th, you getting ready to drop your single, I'm Free. Let's talk about I'm Free. Tell me what your thoughts are about that. What message are you sending out to your audience?
I'm Free. The song starts out talking about the challenges of going through condemnation. This talks about how down you could possibly be. There's one lyric in there that says, I thought I'd never be normal, but I played the best normal I could give. So for me, it's almost like you putting on a show for what you've been taught, or for what people think you're supposed to be. But on the B side of the song, you find out that you are free. I'm not under any of the condemnation. I'm shaking off anything or any perception that you may have of me. I'm free of all of that, and I'm just living my life to the fullest. So that's the whole sum total of the song. And, I expressed it in a way that's different by using the talk box. So I'm excited about it. And again, I hope the song helps somebody and help them understand that what people think of you, what their perception of you, It don't have to be you. You don't have to take that on.
Yeah.
But you need to understand who God says you are, who you believe you are with God, and then you flow with that. But
That's right.
don't take on the perception of what somebody think or what they think you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
Mhm.
That's and it's crazy because that is so relevant today. That's a lot of
Right,
the mental health issues is what people worrying about what other people think of them and down in themselves and not
right,
thinking they're enough. And this is so relevant to what is going on
right,
in this world today. So I think, I think you did yourself justice with the song. Like
right.
I really like it, like the concept of it.
Yeah,
Very
and actually the song was written, it was written by Freddie Fontaine and Eric King. So
featuring
they
featuring Tatiana
featuring featuring Tatiana.
Barnett, yes.
Tatiana is the glue that brought this whole song together. So they wrote this song for me, and it turned out. And again, initially I was just demoing the song just to see. We were just trying to see how it would sound like by using the talk box.
Right.
And once we finished it, it was like, okay, this is it. This is it. So this is the one that we're going to go with. This is what we're going to we're going to introduce as a single.
Yeah.
But the song it really spoke to where I was at that time, and there had to be some maturing, some maturity going on in order for me to deliver the song. I had to come from a broken place in order to understand what freedom really is.
Come on.
So I hope I delivered the song to the best of my ability. We liked it when we left the studio, so I hope everybody else does also.
I think being your authentic self and being real and really coming from a place, like you said, a broken place and really telling a story in a song, I think that's what resonates with people. Like, so
Right.
I just see this really resonating with a lot of people. So I really wish you nothing but the best on this. And I can't wait till it drops on the 11th and we're going to tell the whole wide world about it. Not only that, we are going
Right.
to have you in our magazine for the winter, and we'll be
Whoa.
promoting it. So congratulations, you will be in our edition
Whoa.
coming out,
Thank you.
national publication. So you'll be all over the US and we're going
Whoa.
into Canada as well. So
Whoa.
yeah.
Thank you, Marva. Thank you. That's great. That's great.
That go ahead and tell the people how they can follow you, how they can catch up with you to get that song on the 11th, how they can stream, get some numbers going for you.
So you can follow me on Facebook at David Starks, on Instagram at Dlsmusic, or my website, dlstarks.com. On Friday, this song will be released on all digital platforms. So Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, YouTube, anywhere you go to download or stream your music, you can find my song. I'm free on there this Friday.
All right. Congratulations on that. And you guys go out there and stream. If you like it, listen, it's free to hit the thumbs up. If you like
Right.
it, like it. If you love it, comment and say you love it. Let's support one another. I think we become a force to reckon when we support one another and we stand together. I want to talk really quick before I let you go. What
Mhm.
is Talk Box? Can you let the people know for those that don't know what the Talk Box is
Good
about?
question. Good question. The talk box, if you're familiar with Teddy Riley or Roger and Zapp, those are my idols. I feel like I was a student of theirs to try to learn to use the talk box. I'm not a singer, but I've always been intrigued by how people can make all these different runs and do all these riffs with their voice that I couldn't do. So the talk box gave me an out. Because I can play, everything is done based on the keys that I play. I'm not singing or anything like that. It's all a trick of how the talk box works. So again, if you have been a fan of Teddy Riley or Roger and Zapp,
Yeah.
that's what I'm using. That's what I'm using.
Wow.
Right.
Gonna be off the
Right.
chain. Again, well, we support you guys. Again, go follow him on Facebook, Instagram, go to his website, follow David Dlmuzic everywhere. And be watching
Right.
for the release of the magazine so you can see and read about his story there. And anywhere else that David is, you need to be there. So you guys, we're gonna get out of here for now. But remember, respect yourself, Respect each other. God bless.
Thank you, Marva.